up? Y'all, it's Papa was cracking it. Steve about to react to this body cam vid. It's titled Deputy Overdoses in Bathroom After Smoking Seized Drugs. What the hell? Somebody sent me this to check out. We're going to see how this goes down. We're always focused on, the people who are getting arrested. But let's talk about these cops who be doing weird stuff, behind the scenes. So, yeah, let's see what happens with this guy. Let's watch.
Wake up, bro!
Hunched over. This is creepy.
On October 24th, 2023, panic ensues at the Sacramento County Sheriff's Department in California when a deputy enters the bathroom to find a colleague unresponsive on the floor. As deputies attempt life-saving measures, the mystery of what caused his collapse unravels, forcing them to draw a horrifying conclusion. The following report is based on official police records. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. It's just after 8 p.m. when an on-duty deputy enters the restroom at the Sacramento County Sheriff's Department, finding Deputy Marvin Morales seemingly passed out in the corner of the stall.
What drugs did this to him, child?
Get his vest off. Straighten his legs. Straighten his legs.
Give him possession.
Miles. Miles. Hey, Miles. Hey, drag him out. Drag him out. Drag him out. Drag him out.
Oh my God.
Hey, Steve. Leave that door open for fire. I got it. Put a trash can out there. Miles. Wake up, bud. Come on. It's pulse. How's it out? Pulse? Still got breathing? How's breathing?
Y'all better call.
That's his car. That's my car. I came to use the restroom. I thought he was in there taking a poop, and as soon as I opened the door, he's leaning against the corner. He's down. Yeah, he's down. There we go. There we go. There you go. Wake up, bud.
He has to be a real fiend in order to do that.
Come on, man. Wake up.
Y'all seize the drugs and you like, yeah, let me take these and go do them in the bathroom. Nothing wild.
I'm gonna start rolling into the recovery hole. Just all the mucus from you give him that.
Keep like this. Breathe in. Come on, breathe in.
Come on, bud.
Come on, Marvin.
And why would you trust the drugs that you seize? They could be laced with so much stuff you don't know what's in the drugs. That's crazy to just trust that and take them.
Good.
Come on, Marvin. It's not going to be.
They attempt a sternal rub, a technique used to assess a person's level of consciousness.
Is his
But
eyes
Deputy
open?
Morales has no visible response.
Come on, Marvin. Let's try to
Yeah, you're done with that. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Come on, Mark. Come on, Mark. There we go.
Hey, take these. I'm going in.
Come on, Mark. Come on. Come on, Mark. Come on, I see you.
There you go.
Keep breathing, man. Stay with us. You're good.
Paramedics arrive, and Deputy Morales is transported to a local hospital for further treatment. Meanwhile, deputies on scene learn he collected narcotics during an earlier on-duty call. With concerns he may have experienced an accidental exposure, deputies begin to search his vehicle.
Hey, like said it was in the glove. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I felt those lyrics.
Someone's empty.
Accidental exposure.
Nah, I'm not seeing anything in the box.
No, you
Didn't
took that one.
feel like there was anything in them. Not that one.
Would probably not be in his face.
His partners don't know he a crackhead or whatever he took. I feel like when you're around people who on drugs, like you kind of get signs.
Damn.
That thing
I don't
wrong.
feel.
Maybe they don't want to say.
I don't feel anything on that one. I don't see any other gloves floating around in there, do you?
No.
Pull up his last call that he was on and see if he already logged anything in RMS for it. I'm surprised we haven't done that, and if we're not finding it, he could have already possibly booked it.
I was like, he was on a 415 family, and I didn't say anything about Joe.
No, he was on a, he collected dope at like 6,
Y'all didn't even move that up.
6:30ish.
What is dope
The
exactly?
following
People say
footage
that. What
recorded
is
at a
that?
Shell gas station
Is it
captures
crack?
the moment he obtained the narcotics, just hours before he would be found unresponsive.
Ah, some of my eyelash.
You having a lot of fun out here, bro.
Yeah. You got new sunglasses.
What?
I just saw you last week over here, bro.
Yeah.
You was dancing at the same time too, man. You
Yeah.
promised me your best dance moves.
Who?
You.
What the hell this got to do
You promised me
with?
your best dance moves.
Yeah, definitely.
What's up? Don't see the head.
I gotta go back to downtown and dance there. And I'll wait
Drugs
for
too.
me. Last time I went in the stadium was about to fall down.
Oh.
You were about to pass out the other night, though, last week. You was on that Fetty.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Is that what that foil is right there in your pocket? Or be real with it. Just be real. Just be real.
Yeah.
What happened to the cop? I don't want
So,
to hear these crackhead chronicles.
Pistol?
Deputy Morales can then be seen tucking the foil packet into a black glove before securing it in the hatch of his cruiser.
Oh, this
Afterwards,
is
he
the...
writes the suspect a citation for possession of narcotics and lets him go.
Oh, my bad. Okay. This was the cop. They then switched over to the cop who earlier had seized the drugs. So he seized it from this crackhead. Why would you trust drugs from him? My bad. I thought this was a separate incident.
Hey, I'm here. This is my area.
Despite securing the evidence in his cruiser, it's nowhere to be found. However, deputies still searching quickly find something else, which raises even more concerns.
I said foil with a glove, correct?
How often do we just get rid of dope?
I think
But
I said
it
it.
is done pretty good. Yeah, you're right.
But he said
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, it might just be an old busted meth pipe because there was no mention of a pipe in the call.
Yeah, but there's glass right here, and there's foil, or there's not foil, but there's.
Yeah, it might just be an old meth pipe, Sarge.
Huh?
So that might just be an old pipe. I'll toss it in there, but that's literally just a shattered pipe.
Huh? I mean, is that what it was? It was foil,
It
right?
said what the guy said was meth, so it was off-white substance and foil.
No mention of a pipe, though.
No.
One deputy considers an explanation that might explain why the narcotics would no longer be secured in his
He
vehicle.
smoked
You
them.
think he was gonna go and book it, but use the bathroom first?
Nah, there's no reason to, I mean, he could have, but there's no reason to pocket it because the stuff's all the way in the back of the station. So you have to get back in the car and drive it and grab it. That has to be a cargo pocket.
It has to. But are his pants still in the hospital? Because he went with his pants to the hospital.
See if they can check on that.
Deputies with Morales at the hospital check his pockets, finally locating the evidence.
You're caught.
Yeah.
Don't.
You can just
Explain yourself.
sort of flow in there.
Oh, he
I don't
was.
want to fucking open it up, get us all exposed. Yeah. It's great. It's quick.
However, the question of whether the exposure was accidental reaches a shocking conclusion when deputies locate a small glass pipe and an orange torch lighter in the bathroom where Deputy Morales collapsed.
The pipe that's on the ground must be next to it. Listen. That's what I'm concerned about. There's a meth pipe sitting over about.
I don't remember, but it was in the stall.
Okay, okay.
Wait, dope is meth? I don't.
Additionally, hair and blood samples collected at the hospital indicated at least 90 days of narcotics use. Investigators with the Bureau of Internal Affairs discovered that on August 9th and 15th, 2023, he cited 2 individuals for misdemeanor possession of
You've
paraphernalia.
been doing this for a while.
In his reports, he claimed to have disposed of a glass pipe, but later admitted to taking one home and using it multiple times.
Oh my God.
Investigators with the Bureau of Internal Affairs ultimately concluded that Deputy Morales intentionally used the narcotics he seized from the suspect on October 24th, 2023. On January 1st, 2024, investigators recommended Morales for termination.
Oh, he is getting fired.
However, before formal action was taken, he submitted a formal resignation letter on February 2nd, 2024.
Damn, that's wild. Not him turning into a crackhead on the job, or meth head rather. So dope is meth? Because he was mentioning dope. I've never known exactly what dope is. I've always assumed it was crack because people use dope head and crackhead interchangeably. So I've always assumed it's the same thing, but maybe not. I'm not sure. Listen, I don't do drugs. I'm a law-abiding citizen. My body is pure. So there's that. But yeah, wow. wild that he risked his job for some dope. Y'all let me know what y'all think though. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.